Okay. All right. It is Wednesday evening, and we are back at it. So, hope you guys, this is the middle of the week. Hope you guys are having a great week. We're really busy over here. A lot of things going on, and it's good. It's good. We're still social distancing, staying in our domicile, but I think tomorrow we might get out of here for a little bit. I don't know. We'll see. I got a hankering to do some fishing. Anyway, we'll see. So, hope you guys are doing well. We're getting really good responses, good comments, and everything off of these daily lives. I hope it's valuable for you guys. We love spending some time with you and interacting. I want to share actually a conversation I had today on the phone, but I don't know. We're gonna let
Bob Bennett says hi.
Hey, Bob. So we're gonna let a few more people get in here.
Let's see.
We hit the button a little early,
Joe
I think, tonight.
Kachka.
Hey, Joe.
David Kearns, Andy Littleton, Alan Wall, Keith Davenport.
Keith Davenport. Sorry about that, Keith. I didn't give Keith, I think I put somebody else's name on one of his pictures on a sign carver of the day. I got, every once in a while I get, hey Gina, how are you and how are your boys? Oh, phone rang, Vicky had to run away, she'll be back. Anyway, I want to go over a conversation I had today with Carl Gentry. And he was having an issue with his profile bit burning. And I want to kind of go over that a little bit. Vicky's on the phone. Sorry about that, guys. We roll with it. Anyway, so this conversation I had with Carl was really interesting. He said that he'd had a profile bit for a while and he had done a bunch of practice letters, but it was really discolored on the tip. The tip of the profile bit was really discolored. So after a conversation, after we started kind of dissecting what was going on there, what I found out, and this is something I haven't shared a lot, but what I found out is he was going too slow. Now, when you guys see me carve on YouTube videos, most of the time, in fact, recently, I will speed them up and put music to them, so it's like twice as fast. So understand, guys, you don't want to go too fast, but you don't want to go too slow. So I actually took a profile bit, I sharpened it, so it was like brand new, cut about 1/4 of an inch deep in a piece of poplar, and I'm going to show you the difference between these two cuts. Vicky's going to hold the board up to the camera so you could see. This one here was cut at about, well, you guys can't say. Let me turn it sideways. This one was cut at about that speed. This one, the one that's burnt, was cut at about that speed, like 1/10 of the speed. Really, really slow. So if you guys, when I was talking to Carl, he was saying that he just was trying to be so perfect that he didn't want to rush it and go too fast. The problem with that is these cutters are made to go at a certain pace. So if you go slow, then what happens is the chips just sit in there and they burn, and then it will discolor your bit, which means it adds more heat, which means it'll get dull faster. So I understand that you're trying to go as slow as you can and still be precise, but you've got to keep that bit moving on a regular pace. So that is probably about the right speed. So let me show you. There's two separate sets of cuts here. These two are slow, these two are fast. I'm hoping that it kind of shows up in there. But it's even more prevalent. It depends on the board. This is again a piece of poplar, so I'm hoping you guys can see that one on. Well, it's my left.
Over here.
It might be your right. Yeah, those are the slow ones that are burnt, and it actually discolored. I could show you it discolored the tip of the bit too. But he had already cut a couple hundred letters, so his bit was somewhat dull, and it was even duller because he was going so slow. So understand, guys, I realize you're trying to be as precise as you can, but these bits were made to run at a certain pace. I don't want to say speed, because then when I say speed, then you think that I'm referring to the spindle speed. I always have the spindle turning at maximum, always, if I'm cutting wood. If I'm cutting plastics, that's a different deal. But unless I'm cutting a big cut, like I'm flattening a slab or something with my my planer sled. Gosh, my words are not coming tonight. I don't know. I've got so many things going on in my head. Anyway, guys, so that's kind of my tip for tonight is don't go too slow. You don't want to go too fast. You want to be able to follow that line or get close to that line. And another thing that I shared with them, that's one of the reasons that I generally, a lot of times, I will stay away from the line, especially if it's something that's kind of a new material. A lot of times you'll see me stay away from the line, and then I'll go back and I'll touch it up. I'm picturing in my mind right now outset letters. So if it's outset letters or if it's inset letters, stay away from the line a little bit. Keep it going at a steady pace. Then you can always come back and clean it up. If you try and stay right on the line, then that will be a problem for you. And I gave Carl kind of a word picture.
Bruce Peters here, Pam Berry,
hey
Susan
guys,
Alexander, Tessa, Travis Monroe, Michael Haney, Mark Free, Richard Barclay.
Wow, we got a
Bruce
great
Peters.
group. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for spending some time with us.
Al Ramirez.
So if I was to draw a line with this pen and I wanted to draw a straight line, I would grab it and I would draw a pretty straight line. That was at a fairly good pace. I'm not saying you need to go to that speed with the router, but what my point is, if I try and draw a straight line and I go super slow, chances are there's going to be some bobbles in there. The slower I go, there's going to be some imperfections and some bobbles. If you keep it going at a fairly steady pace, you're more likely to be able to hold that straight line. And again, stay away from the line, and always you can come back and clean it up. That's it. I'm out of words. So, questions, comments, people? How's our signal? How's this sound?
Tessa said it looks great. Somebody else said it was fuzzy, but
we're working on a way to improve this. Hopefully by next week we'll have improvement on our signal. We're hoping. We're working on something right now.
What?
We'll get into it later. All right, sign carvers of the day. So I'll see if I can get them right.
Let's see if a bird doesn't fly through here.
Yeah, we got
flies. With the
it's
size
fly
of
season.
birds.
We got a lot of big flies flying around here. This one is really cool. John and Kim Villebrand. So this is 20 by 24. It's edge glued pine with some stain on it, and he cut out the shape with a scroll saw. John does the carving and Kim does the staining, painting, and finishing.
Pam Berry says she loves the Total Boat sign so far.
Oh yeah, it's coming out pretty cool. The final video hopefully will be on Monday.
Who is this?
That is John and Kim Villebrand.
That's awesome.
It's beautiful, isn't it? That's really cool. So he cut the outside of it with a scroll saw, the outside shape.
Tessa said that would be the first, wouldn't it be, Vicky? Eric out of words. Definitely.
That's not nice.
Brian Kern or David Kern says, say the word, Eric, patience. We all need to learn it.
That's for sure. That is for sure. This one's really cool. Tom Annan. I'm not sure what, it's a logo of some kind. I don't know if that's his logo. I don't know, but great job,
thank
Tom.
you, Richard. Let's look of our website. We're still working on it.
Yeah, it's coming along. Yeah, it's coming along. This one's really cool. Greg Lee. Second and third signs for
These
his nephew and his great nephew. I love signs like that
I like
for
that
kids.
Henry's room. Jurassic
Isn't that cool?
Park, yeah.
Isn't that really cool? And that's his second and third sign. Amazing. Great job. Greg, awesome. This one is the picture could be better. It's kind of light, but it's still a really cool sign. 5 by 36 cedar fencing plank. Jay Ginsberg.
Wine, whiskey, and whatever.
Great job, Jay.
Oh, Keith Davenport said that's the Acme Tools logo.
Oh, the other one? That's the Acme Tools logo? That cat with a drill? I didn't know that. Very cool. And last but not least, Alan Wall.
I think Alan's here.
Alan's here? That's 8 by 12 basswood. I think it says basswood. Yeah. Beautiful stuff. Great work, you guys. Love it. And in the you guys that are on Facebook, which you guys are, I don't know if you noticed. Well, I know Keith Davenport noticed for sure. I posted 51 new Facebook or 51 new SCOTDs, Sign Carvers of the Day, to the Facebook album 4. And if you guys don't know, what happens is after I get done with showing them on camera, I put them in a file, and then every once in a while I upload them to an album on Dave's Signs.
Here.
Hey, Ronnie. I was just talking to Vic about you a little bit ago. Anyway, so in that, in those albums, there's album 1, 2, 3, and 4. There are over 2,300 pictures of Sign Carvers of the Day. If you guys want to see some really cool stuff, go over to Dave's Signs, go to the albums, the photo albums.
On Facebook.
On Facebook, yes. Dave's Signs on Facebook. And there's over 2,300 now, I think, Sign Carvers of the Day.
Bob Bennett says, do you like spray-on polyurethane or the brush-on? Satin or gloss?
I like gloss.
I like satin.
Yeah, and see, Vicky likes satin, and a lot of people like satin better. I like gloss. As far as brush on or spray, I will take spray any day of the week. Preferably with my critter gun. And you guys have seen me use the critter gun. If you haven't and you want to see what that is, then send me an email and I'll send you some links to it. But the critter gun is such a great way to put on spray finish. Spray cans get really expensive, and the critter gun
Susie. Hi, Susie.
Susie from Hawaii. Susie, hey Susie. Got some time with your man, I hear. That's awesome. Anyway, yeah, I love the critter gun, and the Czar water-based polyurethane is my favorite. It can be brushed on. The problem with brushing on a finish on
Aloha from Hawaii.
Aloha, Susie. The problem with brushing on a finish on a sign is that down in the groove it tends to puddle up, and you got to be really careful because you got to get it out of there with a brush. The spray is definitely the way to go, as far as I'm concerned. You guys might have a different opinion, but that's my opinion for sure. And I feel like I get a better coverage down in the groove when I spray them. Generally 3 or 4 coats. I think sometimes I'll put 5 or 6 coats depending on how it soaks into the board. But anyway, okay, that was quick and fast and down and dirty, I guess. So guys, if you have any other questions and I don't get to them here, again, understand all of the comments that you guys put on here saying hi or whatever. I'm so sorry I can't answer all those, but there's generally 100 and something. But if you guys have questions that I don't get to on here, please email me directly, eric@makeawoodsign.com, and I will absolutely answer your questions.
Pam Berry says, I gave away a couple of those Proverbs 31 plaques and got an order for 60 smaller ones for a ministry to give away for Mother's Day.
Wow, that's amazing. See, that's a perfect example of how giving stuff away and doing collaborations like that and without any expectation can lead to good things. That is awesome. Congratulations. That was Pam? Pam Berry.
Berry.
Congratulations, Pam. That's amazing. Good for you. That's a terrific success story. Any other success stories out there? We need good news these days. But things here are, we're blessed. Things have been well. Business is good. Vicky's wound up going after a fly. So if the camera jiggles, means the fly landed on the camera. Anyway.
It's huge. He leaves a shadow.
Okay. So I guess that is it. Are we all done?
Yep.
Last call.
Going once.
So tomorrow we'll be on same time, right around 6 o'clock, right around the top of the hour on Thursday. And I'll have more information for you. You guys send me your questions. I'm happy to answer them right on here for you. So keep them coming. That is it, guys. We're out. We love you. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Stay healthy.
Stay safe.
Justice said, I am healthy. That's a success.